Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so we're diving straight into the pitch black of our own bedrooms today to solve a really, truly terrifying mystery. We're going to be treating the human brain as the ultimate suspect in this biological detective story. Because, what happens in the dark when we sleep? It's not always peaceful. Sometimes it's a profound, terrifying mechanical glitch. Picture this. Chilling crime scene. You wake up in the pitch black. Out of nowhere, this incredibly heavy weight just crushes down on your chest. You try to gasp, you try to move, but you are entirely, completely frozen. And then, out of the corner of your eye, you see it. A dark shadow. It's standing right in your doorway, just watching you. Your heart is racing, and the panic absolutely spikes. This whole scenario brilliantly illustrates the immediate stakes of our investigation here, right? Step 1, your eyes are wide open. Step 2, total paralysis. And step 3, the shadow appears. Now here's the craziest part. This is not a nightmare. You are entirely awake. Your brain is literally actively betraying you in real time. So, it really forces us to ask, is the boundary between reality and your dreams completely broken? I mean, think about it. How often do you actually consider this dangerous biological border that you cross every single night? We just surrender our consciousness to sleep, kind of blindly assuming it's this clean shutdown of our system. But the truth, this transition is incredibly fragile. And when it breaks, the consequences are utterly terrifying. Section 1. The broken lock. The sleep transition glitch. To solve our nighttime mystery, we've got to understand the machinery that normally keeps us safe. Your sleep cycle is actually a highly complex machine. During REM sleep, your brain runs these incredibly vivid simulations, which is just what we call dreams. But to keep you from physically jumping out of bed and acting out those crazy simulations, your brain employs a critical safety feature known as REM atonia. Basically, it actively paralyzes your muscles. It's a biological lock that is entirely meant to protect you. But what exactly happens when that machinery jams? Well, that brings us to hypnopompia, which is the transition phase back to waking life. This is exactly where our catastrophic timing glitch occurs. Imagine a heavy bank vault door getting stuck just halfway open. Your conscious mind boots up, your eyes snap open, but the dream circuitry, it completely fails to shut off. So while your conscious mind is fully booted up and totally aware, your physical body remains completely locked down in that REM paralysis. That biological border has basically been crossed, leaving you completely trapped. You can't speak, you can't move a single muscle. You are totally 100% vulnerable. And because of that vulnerability, your fear circuitry instantly spikes to maximum capacity. Your amygdala is just screaming at you that there is a deadly predator in the room. Section 2. Profiling the suspects, the nighttime monsters. Okay, so why does your panicked mind suddenly project literal monsters? Well, when absolute panic sets in, your brain desperately searches the dark room for a reason why you can't move. It needs an explanation for this intense terror, and this triggers a psychological mechanism called pareidolia. Your panicked mind literally forces random, totally harmless shadows into the shape of a human threat. And this is exactly how we piece together our first suspect. Let's systematically investigate these monsters. First up, the intruder. People across literally all cultures see this exact same shadowy figure, and that's because our human hardware is identical. We all force shadows into threats. Next is the incubus, famously described as this demon crushing down on your chest. And finally, something called exploding head syndrome, where you hear sudden, violent explosions right inside your skull. Now, I want to be incredibly clear here. Absolutely none of this is supernatural. When you hear those explosions, it's just auditory neurons drastically misfiring all at once during that messy sleep transition. Let's look at how this builds the incubus hallucination specifically. During normal REM sleep, your biological reality is actually just calm, shallow breathing and deeply relaxed chest muscles. But during this glitch, your panicked awake brain completely misinterprets this biology as a physical attack. It literally feels like a massive weight on your chest, which creates this terrifying, endless feedback loop of panic and restricted breathing. Section 3. The mastermind revealed. The predictive reality engine. So we've profiled the suspects, and we've examined the broken lock. But who is truly behind this whole thing? Well, we tend to think of our waking perception as a sort of passive camera, just recording the world exactly as it is. But in reality, your brain is actually an active predictive engine. It constantly predicts reality based on its own internal models. During sleep paralysis, your physical sensory input is totally cut off, but that predictive engine, oh, it is still running at maximum speed in the dark. And this leads us to an incredibly powerful truth. Fear literally creates its own face. This is the absolute climax of our explainer today. The shadow people, the demons, the intruders, they are generated entirely by your brain's own threat detection system. Your brain basically hallucinates the monster to logically explain the physical paralysis it's experiencing right then. It desperately needs a reason for the fear it feels, so it just builds one. You're not witnessing a supernatural event. What you're doing is watching your own survival software run a threat simulation in real time. And by understanding this mechanical truth, you completely debunk all those ghost stories. You completely take away the power of the shadow figure because, well, you know it's really just a glitch in your own hardware. Section 4. Closing the case, taking back the night. So how do we solve this for good? Now that we've unmasked the mastermind, we need an exact framework to dismantle this nighttime terror and fix that mechanical failure. Fixing this requires really precise data. It starts with a clear action, utilizing a premium biometric sleep ring. The mechanism at play here is that it maps your exact REM cycles. This provides you with the highly precise data you need. By regulating your sleep schedule and tracking these architecture metrics, you can identify exactly when these transitions fail. Ultimately, doing this reduces those stress triggers and works to permanently eliminate those terrifying transitional glitches. So here's your action plan. Step 1, track your biometric sleep data starting tonight. Step 2, map your exact REM cycles. And step 3, permanently eliminate these transitional glitches. We have got to stop letting a broken sleep transition dictate our nighttime biology. You have the science, you have the mechanics, so now you just need to take immediate control. But mapping all this data actually reveals an even deeper, final mystery for us to ponder. If your brain generates literal monsters just to explain a physical fear in the dark, we really have to ask, is your waking perception just a highly controlled hallucination? It's a pretty profound thought to leave you with. Your entire reality is constructed by that mastermind inside your skull. Keep questioning, keep investigating, and I'll see you in the next explainer.